Right. Okay, so red does an aggression against me. Green. I a little bit expected him if he was going to do an aggression to do it against yellow. Yellow has fewer military actions and less strength, but I guess the infiltrate aggression would make a lot of sense against Bill Gates, and there's a reasonable chance he would be able to do it against me. Luckily, we can defend. I don't think. I don't think Impact of Industry is going to do much for us here, really. But we also have two armed interventions, and I doubt we're going to use two of those anytime soon. Military is not going to be the answer for us, I don't think. So I think getting rid of one of the armed interventions is the right choice here. So we'll go ahead and defend. Alright, so red develops military theory. I'm not sure they did. So I defended, they took it, developed it, took revolutionary idea and reserves. And yellow plays wave of nationalism, develops team sports, takes rockets, develops rockets, upgrades an arena, upgrades a warrior, builds a rocket. It's a strange, seems like a strange order to do everything in. But, all right. So my turn. So we have a lot of advantages in this game. Military is the one weakness. We don't have tactics or good techs. We're missing a cavalry tactic, or I'm sorry, tech card. So, and we don't have a tactic for the cards we have. So we're done by 14, so we could defend, but we probably have to fix something in the military. I think we decided Impact of Industry was not a good card for us, because Bill Gates is going to make us not build more of those. So what do we have going? Just a lot of actions and a lot of things to do. I thought about maybe movies. I feel like then we can't defend very well. I mean, we could put another unit here, and 11 is defendable, and then 3 is defendable, and then we get 4 extra culture with cultural influence. Let's see, what else can we do? We can research modern infantry and upgrade. Now we're 11 again. We have not used our population, even though we have a bunch of population, a bunch of food to use, so we have so much food, I'm not sure it's bad to get another swordsman, honestly. I mean, it's a military action, and we're a little short on military actions, so using those wisely might be a good idea. Putting another swordsman there just doesn't help unless we plan on building a bunch more. So we're out of corruption. We can defend both pretty easily. I'm not sure how we're going to get in. I'm not sure what red's going to do. Get some multimedia, try to get stronger. That's not what I want to look at. Churchill might be good for red. Really needs oil. I mean, it doesn't really need oil, but their hand's full, so they're just not going to be able to do too awfully much this time around. Taking civil service is probably a good idea. Take it away from red. I'm not sure what yellow is going to do either. Try to get stronger. Can get into constitutional monarchy, perhaps. I think all that sort of to say, I don't think movies is the right move here, even though it does get me a good bit of culture. Again, it's like this. And then like that. So we'll start getting more culture. We'll get 4 plus 4. But does not help us longer term with military. Red could really flip a switch here and cause some trouble. And I don't think we'd be very well suited to deal with it. We need to get a tactic and settle in with military before we switch to culture, I think, because we're not behind on culture. We don't have to get aggressive there. So I think this is going to be a better move here. And we wanted civil service away from red. Computers is going to be a good tech for Bill Gates to get into. Probably Air Force. We don't want red to get Air Force either at this point. So we unfortunately can't develop Air Force next turn, but I think at this point that's probably fine. We're looking... So, I mean, red can get a bunch of yellow cards, but basically all they have are a bunch of yellow cards. Efficient upgrade doesn't do anything. They're really just, their hands are full of yellow cards, and they're going to have a bunch of yellow cards this turn again. So modern infantry might help red, but we already have it. I think this is probably where I'll end up. My resource production is just crazy good right now. It's really science that's the problem. Now, speaking of science being the problem, oh no, I can't do that. I already built my 3rd scientific method, so I need a government before I can make that any better, or multimedia. But again, if I go for multimedia now, then I have to build another swordsman, or else draw a defense card. That seems a little crazy. I mean, you could, yeah, you can't really do that. I mean, I'm just hypothetically, I'm thinking this. I just don't think that's a good idea right now. I don't think I'm going to want multimedia with this setup, so I think let's go back to this right now. My hand is all tech cards, but hopefully we can get computers down, get those upgraded, be getting even more stuff. If we wanted to feel a little safer, we could do that. Really want to maximize the chances I get a tactic here, and I can defend this without any trouble. So maybe entice him to attack me again. Anything else I want to do here? Patriotism would be fine here. I don't think it's better than... I think the only sort of questionable thing, I definitely want to take that away. I want to take that from red, so do I want to take computers? If I didn't take computers, what would I take? Patriotism, urban growth. Patriotism and efficient upgrade. It's 8 resources. I'm going to have trouble using my resources at this point to stay out of corruption, I think, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of crazy how much I'm going to be able to build if and when I can. Or if you don't take computers, you could build one of these. Be not weakest, maybe. I'll take those two, and then we could take these two. And red's going to want computers too, though. Meh, I don't like that. I don't like that any better. I think we'll this. And you think red probably gets into multimedia at this point, right? Take it for 1. Research. Increase player reserves. Build it. That's an entire turn. Don't know if it's worth it. Sort of just have to fend off the aggression while I can. That's really the only advantage they have, and I can do it with this. So I think, just sort of thinking through last things here, it just gives me a lot of ways to respond to different things that happen. So movies may not happen soon, or at all. Maybe once I can lock in Hollywood later in the game. Computers, it would be great to get that down. It would give me 3 more resources and 6 more science, which would be super helpful in developing the rest of these techs. So I think that's the right move, and I have to take the other 2. And I don't need to upgrade that this turn because I want to try to get a tactic. Okay, let's end this turn. Well, I didn't get a tactic. Churchill's out, which is a little scary.